A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a brand new stream of Zbit, where we talk everything that's related to cryptocurrency, financial markets, and financial products. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm back from my, from my offs. So Monday, Tuesday being my off, you guys know it that you don't get to see my face. However, I am here right now. So hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Let's begin our day as usual. We're going to have 4 hours of session. You all know it well that Wednesdays and Thursday, I'm the only one who's live. So guys, let's quickly begin. So 1 hour as usual is going to be about markets, what's happening, what are the upcoming events, what are the things that we need to know about the markets, and we'll move on to the technical analysis side of it. So whoever is entering into the stream, you guys have got any kind of personal requirements as to what we want to do in terms of if you have any particular requirement, like you want to trade in particular cryptocurrency, do let me know. And we will do a bit of technical analysis on that part. All right. Let's just begin. Let's just begin. Guys, अगर आप में से कोई भी कोई particular crypto you want me to analyze, I can do that as well, no problem. क्योंकि I'm going to keep it at like a combination of again 3 cryptos that I'm going to analyze. अगर मुझे while I'm analyzing I get a buy or sell position, I'm going to let you guys know. Be ready when you enter into the stream to keep your account funded. अगर मैं आपको buy or sell के लिए बताती हूँ तो please you can use this either as guidance or you can use it as like अगर आपको लेना हो ट्रेड तो मैं जब कहूंगी तब आप ले भी सकते हो. That is totally up to you. So user 867767, welcome to the stream, my dear. I hope you're having a good day. How are things going on with you? Let me know अगर आपको कुछ मुझसे personal requirement हो, as in like you want to share something or you want to tell me about how your trading journey has been. So welcome to do so. क्योंकि आप लोग के feedbacks matter a lot, guys. Trust me, it does matter a lot. So 867767. Any personal requirements you have or any crypto, like do you want to tell me like which crypto are you trading into and what is the capital that you're putting, because that can help me in terms of knowing what you're looking for, and then maybe I can help you out because there are a lot of people that keep joining. Sometimes I may be able to give you some personal attention as well, so you can let me know if you want. Otherwise I'm just going to go with the flow with the way I kind of carry on my streaming 4 hours. So do you want to tell me 867767, my dear? I'm talking to you only, because if you have any requirements you can let me know, like you want me to do analysis of particular crypto, or you have any questions like about spot futures trading, anything that you want to tell me, you're welcome to do. Okay. So as you all know, guys, like we have a 4-hour session where we talk first hour about markets. So as you can see, Bitcoin is sitting at 112, Ethereum 4101. So Bitcoin and Ethereum seems to look like they're positive. BNB is also positive, 1.17%, standing at $1185. Solana at 203, 3.74%. XRP at 1.63. Overall fear and greed index, it's still at fear. The crypto market capitalization is standing at 3.82 trillion US dollars. Volume has, of course, looks like it's gone a bit up, 234.989 billion. So definitely there is some kind of inflows that seems to be part of this. So on the S&P 500, S&P is basically up by almost 0.61% today. Sorry, pre-market, that is pre-market, and on the normal side, like minus 0.08%. Bitcoin 112, we know. So there are key drivers which are basically being part of this. Welcome, my dear 984141 guys. The moment you enter into the session, you want to tell me which crypto you want to trade into, or you want to let me know any personal requirements. Please do so, because all we're trying to do is understand your personal requirements too. I want to make sure that each one of you gets, if there's not too many people who are joining the stream, then I don't mind giving you guys personal attention too, so you can let me know. So currently there are a lot of events that are driving the key crypto markets. I think yesterday there was some kind of discussion by the Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell about the upcoming federal rate cuts. Like, so the FOMC meeting is likely to happen by October 28 to 29. But yesterday's word of mouth, I think it has been signaling that there is, of course, weakening in the US labor market data currently, which can, in the future warrant interest rate deduction. So further rate cuts are possible, which is, was the overall word yesterday. So that's also fueling optimism in equities and risk assets. So what may likely happen by end of October is, like, of course, if the data doesn't come out great or something, then markets might see a surge, which is a possibility. But then again, like, it is always a probability of 50-50. You should not always trust completely on what's being predicted. Always wait and make some calculative decisions out there. So yes, yesterday's meeting, yes, definitely fuels optimism. But at the current moment, because markets are already positive and some of them are like already high, we do have like a lot of opportunity here. Ethereum is also, sitting near the near the support levels. Bitcoin also sitting near support levels. Like, most of them are sitting near support levels. So we do have opportunity to enter into the trades. Red box. User 658160. What's that red box? Red box? I don't know. What is it? Guys, don't disappear, for God's sake. When I am talking to you guys, I want you guys to basically talk to me and share your crypto journeys, guys. This is not just like a session where you watch the stream for quite some time and then just disappear. I want you guys to be interactive. Like, I don't mind, even if it's like silliest of the things, please feel free to discuss it with me. So shares, now current key drivers, as I was telling you, the global markets are recovering. Their shares in Asia and Europe are broadly up, aided by technical tech gains, easing dollar strength, and the shift towards a more dovish Fed outlook. So the valuation stability risk is rising. The IMF is warning the asset valuations are stretched relative to the fundamentals and the interconnectedness of banks. So non-banking financial entities and sovereign debt markets are amplifying shocks right now. Sovereign debt and bond stress, rising fiscal deficits are putting pressure on government bond markets. There is a sharp spike in yields, which could ripple into banking and financial sectors. And on the regional spotlight, Dubai and Middle East, the CME Group has opened a new office in Dubai, DIFC, which is positioning the UAE as a growing hub for derivatives activity. So these are the key drivers of the both financial and crypto markets. Now, what is happening on the crypto and the digital asset side? Modest rebound across major cryptos. So you can see yourself, Bitcoin is at 112. Like, Bitcoin is up by 1.1%, Ethereum 4.8%, Solana is almost 5.6%. And XRP 2.3. So this was like a little while ago, just about when I was starting the session. So the retracement in yields and easing rate expectations are helping lift to sentiments towards risk assets, including the crypto assets. The US Department of Justice reported the confiscation of 15 billion in BTC. like 127 to $71 BTC tied to a large scale fraud scheme. This is the largest crypto forfeiture in US history. Crypto perpetual futures are gaining traction with exchanges like the Singapore Exchange and CBOE preparing regulated offerings. Institutional acceptance of these derivatives will bring about both stability and new risks. October narrative holds cautiously despite last week's crash, largest crypto liquidation event on record. Some of them like totally believe that the bullish October trend is still intact, and the recent drops are viewed as structural resets rather than trend reversal. So there will be again, if possible by the end of October, like whatever the news is likely to come in picture is going to again take the markets for a rally. So you never know what's going to happen on that front. So blockchain based tokenized assets, including real world assets, have surged with total value breaking 30 billion in 2025. So it's up from around under 10 billions in 2023 as recorded. So that is what is happening on the tokenization spreading. Coming to the risk and watch points, sharp corrections remain possible given stretch valuations and latent vulnerabilities, a sudden yield spike or adverse sorry, what was I saying? Yeah, to stretched valuations and latent vulnerabilities, a sudden yield spike or adverse macro shock could trigger quick downside moves. The geopolitics and trade, renewed US-China tensions could rattle markets, especially in technology and industrial sectors. So this ongoing tariff war that's between US and China, we'll have to keep a watch on this, guys. Like that's a very important point at the moment. Apart from the upcoming FOMC meeting, this US-China trade war, whatever is going on, the tariff war that's going on, that's something we need to keep a watch on. And other than that, regulatory and legal risk in crypto, last seizures, changing enforcement, and evolving rules making regulatory risks are an ongoing overhang. If there are any regulatory frameworks which are coming in picture, which is overall bringing about some good change, yes, it is something we have to that's going to anyways bring positive change. It's an optimistic thing. But yes, if it doesn't, then it's going to be on the negative side. So that's all about in the markets today, crypto markets or in the financial markets. There are 2 points only for us in the coming nearest future what we have to keep a tab on, and so that we can take some right kind of decisions. At the moment I have two uncertainties in my mind. One can be both positive or negative, which is the FOMC meeting. The second thing can be the US tariff wars. If, for example, these tariffs are continuing to grow, or the fight is continuing to happen, that will definitely bring about some kind of negativity. So now I know that there is both positive and negative associated with my crypto world or my financial markets. So my trades has to revolve around these two decisions which are in coming future, which can be an impact on the overall markets. Now let's quickly begin. I think I'm done with the news. If anyone has any questions, you can ask. I'm on my Ethereum. I'm going to look into this news. This looks a bit. So why is crypto up today? Okay, the question is, why is crypto up today? So crypto is basically up today. Sorry, guys. With the cryptocurrency market capitalization increasing by 2.3%, rising to 3.98 trillion. Of the top 100 coins, 95 have appreciated over past 24 hours, and same time the total crypto trading volume is at 246 billion, and the crypto market capitalization is up by 2.3% on Wednesday morning. 95 of the top 100 coins and 9 of the top 10 coins are up. BTC is up by 0.8% to 112,676, and Ethereum is up by 3.9% to $4,159. And markets are reaching to the US Federal Chair's speech on Tuesday. Traders remain positioned for upside. We have seen giant exchanges blocking small orders, restricting trading during big market moves. US BTC and Ethereum spot ETFs have returned to inflows on Tuesday with 102.5 billion US dollars and 236.22 million. So crypto market sentiment has dropped into the fear zone currently. Winners and losers at the time of writing, 9 of the 10 coins per market capitalization have seen their prices increase over the past 24 hours. So Bitcoin appreciated 0.8% since the time yesterday, currently trading at 112, and 24/7 day all time. Sorry, Ethereum is up by 3.9 and now changing hands at 4159. So highest rise is 5.3%. Solana, which currently is trading at $206. Binance is sitting down at 1193, and on the Redcoin's two noted drops above 1%. Provenance, blockchain, and meme core are down 5.3%, 4.3% to 0.03347 and 1.98% respectively. So markets are reacting to US Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell's speech on Tuesday. He said that 6.36 trillion US dollars balance sheet reduction could end within months, and there's an option for further interest rate cuts. So this definitely is impacting the market. So yesterday's opinion has led to some kind of positivity across. Let's quickly start with our analysis. I think that's why the crypto markets are up today. Anyways, let's move to, no, I will be taking this here back. So this was a 1 hour chart. I'm going to move into 1 minute chart. Some of this seems to be broken. Can I move my chart? No, doesn't look like. Yeah. Let me open. This is spot futures. I want some futures. Okay, I'm moving to 5 minutes chart, guys. 1 minute charts look very, very ugly. Seems like there is something broken out there. Anyways, let's begin. Guys, please go and I want you guys to deposit the funds right now, so that if I get any buy or sell positions and I let you know in the stream, you can take a trade basis my analysis. So we are on a 5 minutes chart right now. The price is currently trading near the neutral zones. Let's just wait for some time and then decide whether or not we should take a trade. The current situation basically selling is more stronger in this scenario currently. And how do I determine that? So you can see it on the screen. I have DMI indicator which is on. Okay, DMI indicator is something which will determine whether or not buying pressure is strong or selling pressure is strong, or if the trend is strong. So I am on a 5 minutes Ethereum chart, which is into a futures contract that I am onto. So futures trading is what we are onto. So using this DMI indicator, three things which you can find out is: one, the blue line that you see it on the screen, I will point it out for you so that you can have an understanding. This blue line which you see it on the screen it stands for DI. It's a DI plus line, which stands for buying pressure. Okay, which stands for buying pressure. There is this orange line on the screen which you can see currently, which stands for DI minus line and which stands for selling pressure. So you can see there is another line which is dark red line here, which stands for an ADX line. So this determines how strong the trend is, because we are on a 5 minutes time frame. So basically we are seeing the trend from a short term perspective. So overall trend, how it looks like, we will have to determine by going on to long time frames. At this current scenario, you can see that price on a 5 minutes time frame is standing at 37 on RSI. My selling pressure in current scenario is very strong. So do I take a trade? Do I buy at this scenario? Then the answer is no. And my reason for this is because at this current levels, selling is still very, very strong, and price has the capacity to go further down before it can actually again pull back. So in that scenario, we always wait the price to, like completely go till 30 and below on RSI. This is my RSI indicator. You can see it on the screen. I don't know if everything is visible to you guys. If in case everything is not visible, do let me know, then I'll make some adjustments to the settings here. So I hope you're able to see. This is my RSI indicator. This is my DMI indicator. So DI plus and DI minus both are currently showing me. Just a sec. Let me. Yeah, I think this is better view. Yeah. So whenever you want to take a trade, you always have to wait and take it at the exhaustion level. So it has to be either in oversold zones or in overbought zones. Then only you take any kind of trades out there. So at this present scenario, I am basically on a 5 minutes time frame. And if you want to take a trade here, you can take a trade a little later than this, because price at this current levels is basically in the selling pressure right now. And there is no buy or sell positions at this current stage. Moving on to the 1 minute time frame for SOE, and I'll add my two indicators here, which is RSI and my DMI. So on Sui's front also seems like buying and selling is just almost sitting at very close to each other. Not sorry, selling is strong here, buying is very weak. So at this current stage, we can continue to wait for some time and start taking a trade in this zone. Yes, it is reached over sold zone here. So let me just see this on 1 hour time frame also. So on a 4 hour chart, price is near the neutral zone. So it does have the capacity to further go down before it again retraces back. I can see clearly that my buying pressure at this current stage is like lower than the selling pressure. So at this current scenario, both on 4 hours and 1 hour chart, I do have the capacity for it to go further down. But coming to the 1 minute chart, a trade at this level could have been taken. This could have been our buying point here. While on a shorter time frame and for a scalping strategy, you can take this trade, but uh, remember this very clearly, because the move can be very small and the retracement can be very minimalistic. You have to be careful before the price completely again shoots back to the downward zone, because on that bigger time frames we have seen that it is basically sitting almost near, like it's just below the neutral zone. So it can be that price is having a lot of capacity to go down before it actually starts moving up. So if you have like really big amounts only, then basically you can take a position on scalping and take advantage of the half an hour or 1 hour of time and try to get out of the trade. But in case of if you have very minimalistic profits and all, like minimalistic what do you call, amounts, then scalping or trying to take a position within very short period of time, it can be a bit risky for you guys at this current stage. Six four two three nine four. I didn't get it. What is this actually? 642394. What is this? So at a 1:2 ratio, you can keep your target as 2.7939 here. You want to increase the, target, that's totally up to you. Markets are in the fear index still. So with whatever has happened yesterday, keeping that on a probability of 50-50, you still have to be cautious. I don't say that you have to overdo things because just because markets started moving in positive direction, because there is an ongoing tariff war always going on between US and China, and that can be a significant impact, because if that suddenly happens, like any some kind of news comes on it, your investment can be at risk. So try keeping the for the day 1:2, 1:3 is good enough. If you take 1:3 profit, I think for the day you should be done with it. Don't go for too much greed and try to trap your money. uh, I see a lot of people do this mistake with greed. So 1:2, if you want to get out of it, 2.79 you should get out of it with the current like entry that I have pointed out. Or if you want to increase slightly to the little more to the position, then you can take 1:3, which will be your exit point will be at 2.80. But because the price in the previous swing high was able to reach till 8.1, I think what we are trying to target at 1:3 is still an achievable number. I don't see that it's not achievable or something. So on the higher side, if you want to still keep it as 1:3, you can continue to keep it as 1:3, or you want to little lower your trading, like your position into 1:2 or 1:1, then that is also up to you. So that previous swing high, I can see that either it is 2.80 or 2.81, whatever suits you according to your requirement, you can change it. So this is one position which we have on the current scenario. But also, because I am currently seeing that selling is more stronger than buying here, if you want to hold on for the position a little more, because it until on the DMI it kind of changes complete the scenario where buying becomes strong, you can still hold on to your position. Okay, because in this particular scenario, though you might be able to take a position only if the amounts are very big and exit immediately within shorter period, but because my buying is still not strong, I can say that you can still wait until it reaches more exhaustion levels. So at this stage, price can still go down, guys. So just hold on and then take a trade. This position, what I am pointing out here, is for the people who has very bigger amounts. They can take advantage of this scalping position, exit at 1:2, 1:3. But people who are basically having very small amounts, that with very minimalistic amount, you won't be able to take out profit in that movement. You have to still take your trade a little more lower than what the other smart money makers are doing. Just hold on for a second. I'll show you what kind of movement is this. This is just, I'm talking about 0.94%. It is 0.94% of a move. I don't know if this will be suitable for you guys to make any profits in this particular move, because yes, it is possible for scalpers with big amounts, but for less amount people, you still can wait until the price goes further down and you buy more cheaper than this. Okay. Let me see what's happening on the Doge front. Okay, which crypto, guys, which crypto are you guys trading? If you want, I can analyze your favorite crypto to your particular crypto which you want me to look into. uh, but you guys unfortunately are not letting me know which crypto you're trading. I am doing these 3 different cryptos based on risk appetite as well as based on different aspects, different uh, things that I am supposed to look into. Doge being the meme coin is on the is on the high risk side. Sui is also, you can say it's a high risk category only, but sometimes it can be a medium risk category. Ethereum is a low risk category crypto. So I am picking all 3 of them on 3 different risk parameters. That's why I'm analyzing. But you have any particular requirements, you can let me know. Yeah, so we were doing Doge right now. I know a lot of you are doing Doge. So let's also look into Doge. On Doge, currently there is no buy or sell position because it's trading near the neutral zones. I don't want you guys to take any trade from in between. In between means the probability of risk increases way too high. So you have to wait for it to come down completely, become very cheap, further cheap, and then we buy it. Doge currently no position. Ethereum, Ethereum. Let me see. Ethereum. Ethereum, this could have been your buying point, but still I feel because it does have capacity to go further up, these moves can, because buying at this current stage is not becoming very strong. So you still have to wait on Ethereum to come down a little more, to become a little more cheap. And then you can take a buy position in Ethereum. So I already gave you a position already. 1:1, 1:2, 1:3 ratio, whatever you guys want to do. You have all 3 exit entries also. This I have done a setup on 1:3 ratio, but you want to lower your profits, that's up to you guys. 1:2 works for you, you can do that as well. But this is on a 1:3. You want to keep your target on the previous swing high also is okay, because price will retest the previous swing high, and that is possible until unless there is something which will negatively impact and the markets are going correct completely down, then it might not retest that zone. But in most of the cases, yes, it will retest that zone. So it's up to you guys what you want to do. 1:2, 1:3, 1:2. This is 1:3 setup which I have done. Okay, and mostly this 1:3, this setup that we have done, most likely 30 to 45 minutes or 30 to 1 hour, like 30 minutes to 1 hour is what you can keep the time frame for it to achieve the target. But as I already told you, the buying at this levels, it has to build the pressure here. Otherwise, if buying is not becoming strong at this level, then the opposite of it is going to happen. And I gave you a disclaimer also while I was starting, when I gave you this position, that at at that current levels, the price is not very strong, so you may hold on till it actually further goes down, become little more cheap, and then you buy for it. Okay, we want to buy at the cheapest level possible, guys. You can see I have made around the $24 profit yesterday. I can share with you guys all my profits. uh, and I'll tell you what was my strategy when I did this. It was about I took advantage of dollar cost averaging, and I took the position. So because in the starting of the month, like all the cryptos went crazily up. So then I was not sure when it went down suddenly, like on the tariff declaration and all of that. So I was not sure, like exactly should I buy at this dip, that dip, and all that, because sudden uncertainty can cause so much confusion in all of us. So what I did is I divided my money into different lots and tried to basically take my profit on various. Just a sec. Um, I show you my profit. Wait, guys, I'm trying to pull out my report. Hmm. Somehow I don't know, there is some kind of a glitch. I'm not able to pick up. I don't know. I think it's showing me cumulative profit of 114. I'm not sure. It's not showing me the it's not showing me the real profit. Can you guys see 114? I want to show you 1 day data actually. So if I click on it's 166 and 114. I don't know. It's not giving me accurate information out here. Yeah, I think guys, I don't know if you were able to see this. Like it's 114 on 13th of, but I seriously have some doubt. I don't think this is showing me accurate. In fact, this is showing cumulative one, not the exact profit actually, 166. So the point here is it's not even about we're not talking about profits, or we're not talking about how much you can make or you don't want to make and all of that. The point here is with how much money you can make that profit, and with minimalistic, with less amount of time that you're spending on the screen. So that is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like I have taken, like when the markets dipped, I took 3 trades and I bought at 3 different levels, and I was successfully able to close 2 positions very nicely, like with profits. But one position I'm still stuck up with. So like I myself as a trader, sometimes we do it's not like there is always going to be a positive day for us. So there will be times where there will be profits, there will be losses, but you should know how to actually like balance it out. That is very important. And whenever the markets are down, like buying at different dips to make sure that you at least exit 1 or 2 positions successfully. That is what I want you guys to do. Apply this strategy, what I try to do. Even if you're not sure, sometimes you buy it at a dip and you're not sure you bought it at right dip or not, then you can always do this thing. While at this current stage, you see, this is like, I think by now 1:2 reward, risk to reward is achieved here. Like you can see here, I have kept this 1:3, but 1:2 is already achieved. So somebody who is invested, say $1, they were able to get $2 as reward by now. So this strategy has definitely worked out. But to be able to successfully take this trade at this level, you should always remember that you have good amount of money, so that with less amount of movement also you should be able to make a successful trade. So I think 1:2, 1:3 ratios, guys. You guys achieved your profits. Somebody who has kept a somebody who has kept their targets more higher, your 1:3 is about to be achieved. The reason why I don't encourage many of you to keep very high targets is sometimes because the buying pressure does not build up at certain levels. The price may not be able to reach these targets, what we're talking about, because keeping too ambitious targets can be very harmful for us. That's why I always encourage $1 पे 2 बना लिया तो मतलब बात को खत्म करो यार. मतलब डोंट गेट इनटू टू मच ग्रीड अक्सर आपको फंसा देगा. टू मच ग्रीड विल अल्टीमेटली मेक यू टू सफर. तो $1 खर्चा कर रहे हो, उस पे $2 लगकर आ गए, खत्म करो ट्रेड को, एंड देन डोंट इवन थिंक अबाउट इट. आप बार बार ट्रेड लोगे, बार बार आप इसमें घुसने की कोशिश करोगे. कभी लिक्विडिटी होती है अवेलेबल, कभी नहीं होती है. कभी ऑर्डर ब्लॉक्स होते हैं, कभी नहीं होते. कभी वेल्स मूवमेंट होती है, कभी नहीं होती है. मतलब बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं, जो कि बेसिकली यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड के हर रोज आपको एक, जैसे ही आप पैसे डालोगे तो इमीडिएटली आपको ट्रेड सक्सेसफुल मिलेगा या नहीं मिलेगा, इसकी कोई बात की गारंटी नहीं होती है. तो इसीलिए कम कम बड़ा अमाउंट ले लो अगर आपको कम समय में अच्छा प्रॉफिट निकालना हो. लेकिन जो आप टारगेट्स रखोगे, एम्बिशियस टारगेट नहीं रखना, अचीवेबल रखना. कि ज्यादा की लालच में जानने की चक्कर में आप मतलब खो ना दो, वो मत करना. तो आई होप अभी जो भी है यहाँ पर 1:3 वाला रेशियो अचीव हो जाना चाहिए. जिसने भी अगर मैं मेरे कहने पर यहाँ पे ट्रेड लिया हो आप लोगों में से, तो आपका 1:3 यहाँ पर अचीव हो जाना चाहिए. लेट मी सी इथेरियम के फ्रंट में क्या हो रहा है. गाइस, इथेरियम स्टिल बहुत स्लो मूवमेंट पे चल रहा है, और इथेरियम का फिलहाल देख सकती हूँ कि सेलिंग स्टिल बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग है. और फिलहाल इथेरियम पे अभी कोई भी इथेरियम पे मुझे फिलहाल कोई ऐसी पॉजिटिविटी नहीं आ रही है. तो मैं भी इसमें कोई पोजीशन लेने की कोई भी आप लोग को एडवाइस, रिकमेंडेशन या अपनी इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं दूंगी, बिकॉज आई डोंट थिंक एक बार इसके 1 आवर और 4 आवर के चार्ट पे चलते हैं। तो 1 आवर का चार्ट न्यूट्रल से नीचे है, 4 आवर का चार्ट न्यूट्रल के करीब है। बड़े टाइम फ्रेम पर सेलिंग स्ट्रॉन्ग है। 1 आवर के चार्ट पर भी सेलिंग स्ट्रॉन्ग है। तो फिलहाल अभी 5 मिनट के टाइम फ्रेम पर आपको यहाँ पर भी एक्चुअली सेलिंग स्ट्रॉन्ग है। तो मैं आप लोग को यही कह सकती हूँ इन दिस करंट सिनेरियो के थोड़ा प्राइस को और फर्दर रिट्रेस होने के लिए वेट करें, लेट इट गो अ लिटिल फर्दर डाउन एंड देन वी विल डिसाइड अबाउट टेकिंग एनी पोजीशन और नॉट। ऑलराइट। सो 1:2 पे यू सी गाइस, 1:2 पे ऑलमोस्ट यहाँ से लिक्विडेशंस हैपन होना शुरू हो गई है। मैं जब आपको बता रही थी 1:2 यहाँ पर एक्चुअली अचीव हो गया था, 1:2 यहीं पर अचीव हो गया था। अभी जो हम ये और थोड़ा सा अपने टारगेट को बढ़ा रहे थे, ये 1:3 का टारगेट है। ये जो स्कैल्पिंग वाली स्ट्रेटेजीज होती हैं, ये जो शॉर्ट वाली पोजीशन होती है, दीज बेसिकली आर फॉर big amount people like smart money movers. They are for the people who have big capitals to invest, because they try to take advantage of the small movements in the market. Like I am on a 1 minute time frame right now. Like this whole thing what we are talking about, ये basically सिर्फ एक like the position started at 12:30 and we are at almost 1 o'clock. तो ये half an hour में जो भी हम लोग profit whatever we are trying to make on this is just part of a very small scalping strategy that we are talking about. So how you can take advantage of it, now you need to fit it in your requirements and see. So I think 1:3 is also almost getting achieved. So somebody who's bought it at this signal which I pointed out, इस वाले जोन पे जिसने भी खरीदा हो, अगर आपने 2000 की भी पोजीशन ली होती इस जगह पर, मैं आपको बताती हूँ 2000 की पोजीशन ली होती, अगर फ्यूचर्स ट्रेडिंग में भी आपने अगर 2000 की पोजीशन ली होती, जो कि 2.7 जस्ट अ सेक 2.7766 पे आपने खरीदारी की होती, जिससे आपको मिलते 720 यूनिट्स, जिससे अगर मैं हाइपोथेटिकली इमेजिन करूँ कि $2 से $3 का मुझे फीस पे करना पड़ेगा, लेट्स इमेजिन $3। अभी इस वाली जगह पर जहां पर प्राइस चल रहा है फिलहाल, हाउ मच इज इट, 2.799। चलो मैं मान के चलती हूँ, अभी फिलहाल जो प्राइस चल रहा है उसी पे चलते हैं। लेट्स नॉट गो टू द let's not go to the 1:3 ratio still, because it's still it still has to be achieved. तो 2.7952 पे मैं सेल करती हूँ, तो यहाँ पर ही मुझे इन नेक्स्ट हाफ एन आवर में ही मुझे $5 का तो प्रॉफिट मिल गया। अगर आफ्टर दैट ऑल्सो आई थिंक दैट $2 का मुझे एक फीस कटेगी, तो आई एम स्टिल at a profit of $3 here. Now, is it something which you are okay or happy with it? That's up to you. Okay, अगर मैंने टारगेट 1:3 रखा होता, तो मैंने अगर एग्जिट मारी होती, जैसे मैंने 717 का यूनिट्स लिया था, 2 पॉइंट मैंने अगर मैंने 1:3 पे एग्जिट किया होता, so I am sitting at a profit of 2.8. I'm sitting at a profit of $9. If $9 after, like, if in $9 minus, I basically do I do like $2 to $3 if I imagine that as my fees, I'm still at $7 profit here. So this is how you do your calculations. Okay, abhi I can see that price is reached near the neutral zones, so there is no buy or sell position at the moment until price completely retraces back. Okay, यहाँ से liquidations होना start हो गई है। Guys, trading is a very simple thing. It's just buying low and selling high. I don't understand why some people find it like so difficult. It's only greed. When you know you fall into the greed thing is when you basically lose on to money. Otherwise, when you're going as per need, one successful trade a day, you made some good amount of money, I think that is enough. Otherwise, a lot of people, what I tend to see is they go for greed and they kind of, like, get their money stuck, or they basically lose out on the money. Avoid that in initial phases, at least avoid that. Like, once you become pro trader, like once you become very professional, or now you know in and out of the market after some time, then yes, you can do that, like maybe multiple positions in a day, um, trading at different time zones or whatever, like how many ever times you want to enter. But initial phases, please keep life simple. Life can be simple. इवन इफ आई एम सेइंग कि अगर आपने दिन में $5 भी बना लिए, इमेजिन विथ व्हाट आई एम टेलिंग यू, if you see it's just $5 for a day, but imagine you're consecutively without fail you are making $5 every day after all the fees and everything. Imagine this same $5 every month for 30 days will be $150. And $150, if you convert it into your own currency, like if you belong to India, then basically your $150 will be somewhere around 13,050. So it's almost close to 13 to 14,000 you are earning just sitting at home with just little minimalistic time and what you're trying to invest. You're not trying to this is not even your full-time income. Like you might have a full-time income. This might be a side hustle for you. This might not be complete. This might not be your bread and butter every day. For side income, if on the least side also you're able to make 13,000, is that a bad thing? Then the answer is no, because this is something additional that you're earning. And by going into greed, you're actually stopping this also. You're not basically making a right decision where what you're getting 13,000 monthly as side income, you're totally stopping that also. So don't go for greed, go slowly, and then you can uh, definitely get into successful trades and you can make some money. So you see 1:2 पे liquidation started happening. Not 1:2, I would say कि किधर से 1:3 अभी वो नहीं हुआ था टारगेट. It is 1:2.64 पर liquidations होना शुरू हो गया है. ओके, तो स्टिल आई थिंक दैट मूव वाज गुड इनफ. अभी जब प्राइस वापस से रिट्रेस हो रहा है, अभी जब वो कंप्लीटली डाउन हो जाएगा, देन यू अगेन विल हैव अ बाय पोजीशन फ्रॉम हियर. तो आप लोग में से जो भी ट्रेड अगेन लेना चाहते हैं, पिछली बार अगर आपसे मिस हो गया हो, तो अभी आप फिर से लॉन्ग बाय की फिर से जब पोजीशन बनेगी आप ले सकते हो. आई एम सो सॉरी, मैं एक्सप्लेनेशन में भूल ही गई. एक्चुअली यहाँ से आप लोग सेल की भी पोजीशन ले सकते थे, लेकिन सेल का मैंने इसीलिए नहीं बोला क्योंकि नॉर्मली सेल में भी जब आप लोग अगर फ्यूचर्स ट्रेडिंग में आप कर रहे हो तो कोशिश करें कि वो एक्सॉशन लेवल्स पे पहुंचे, तभी आप अपना सेल पोजीशन लगाएं. क्योंकि बीच से आप कभी भी ट्रेड लेने की कोशिश करोगे ये जो न्यूट्रल जोन्स की तरफ से ना, तो वहां पर आपके ट्रेड सक्सेसफुल होने के चांसेस कम हो जाते हैं. People who are joining from outside external links like YouTube or X or anything, I want you guys to basically download the Zbit app and use my code EZTVV, which is my code. I want you guys to use that and enter into the Zbit platform. We are live even on application. So I want you guys to Tau USDT. What is that, my dear? Olu. Olu is what is your name? I don't know what is Olu. This is my referral code. Use this and join me from the application itself. We are live on the application itself. You can use this platform for that also. Like I'll show you on the Zbit platform, we are live. Because not just trading platform is what we are offering. We have very minimalistic fees that are there on both, on the spot and the futures trading. So you can see once you click onto the Zbit app, here you have the official broadcast channel where I am live between 4 to 8 p.m. Because if you want guys, you can join me from this. And here are all the options. You can join my community here, where sometimes I share the buy or sell signals even over there. Then you can use this deposit button, so deposit trade button to trade directly. And on the deposit button you can click and deposit the funds and start trading. So whenever I give you a buy or sell signals, you can use that either for guidance, or you want to take that as an investment advice, but you're doing everything based on your own research too. So don't blindly follow what I say. Sometimes put in a little effort to also make sure that you are using this platform for basically this is it. trading it, okay? Like you need to do your own research as well. Okay. So my code is EZTVV. Please go refer to this, and you can start trading. Any questions for me? You can always ask me, guys. Like, you can ask me the questions. Feel free to ask. If you have any personal requirements too, you can ask me. Now, this move that you see, guys, I don't recommend you guys to take a trade in this scenario, because you see price just retraced back from 30 here. Okay. This usually is, a money, it's a trap by the smart money movers, where they basically make you feel like the price is going down and make you take a trade. But ultimately what happens is, the moment you take a trade at this level, the price further goes down. They will trap you into the liquidity sweep, or they do a liquidity grab here, and then they try to push the prices down. So in this scenario, try not to take a trade. Mostly wait until it's like more exhausted. Like, don't be in a rush to always take a trade at 30 zone. Take it when it is basically below 30 always. The ultimate agenda is to make sure that, are you buying ZBCN? No, my dear, I'm not buying. I am currently trading in a SUI on futures trading. I'm not buying ZBCN. Crypto Rob. So are these cryptos like, TAO and ZBCN and all of that? Do you guys trade in all of that? Are you guys trading in it? Crypto Rob, are you trading in that particular cryptocurrency? Tell me more about it. What is it with ZBCN? Do you buy that? Do you buy it yourself, ZBCN? User 2939994. Welcome to the stream, my dear. Do you buy this crypto ZBCN? Yes, but I bought it at 20% of what is now. Lord. Okay. Let me have a look at it. If that's available on Zbit also. ZBCN. Let me have a look. If we have that pair. I think in futures we don't have. Let me have a look in the spot. Oh, we don't have that available, my dear. So what do you mean by that 20% or what is it now? Did you buy it expensive is what you're saying? Let me open another trading view platform and see. Is this what you're referring to, my dear? Crypto Rob, is this what you're referring to? So it's trading at 0.0045678. Did you end up buying this one? And I didn't get this thing of yours actually. 20% of it now you said. So 20% high above, or was it lower? Like what did you buy it at? So from the current levels, 20% lower than this or 20% higher than this is what you bought. Okay. I see there is no response. 861581. Hi, welcome to the screen, my dear. Guys, I am on both the screens, so bear with me. Yes, please. Now let me open Doge and see where is it standing right now. Doge still doesn't have a position. This could have been a, this could have been a buying point for Doge, but um, since it didn't reach the exhaustion levels, I still wouldn't take any position here on Doge. Ethereum, let me see. Yeah, I think Ethereum is reaching the exhaustion level. So from here on, we have to be a bit cautious and, buck up so that we can start taking a position in Ethereum from here onwards. So Ethereum, a little wait we need to do, and then we can take a position in Ethereum. Coming to Sui, Sui doesn't have a position currently for sure because it's near the neutral zones. That's my, that's my explanation to why I don't recommend any buy position from here. Coming to Doge, again, Doge is also near the neutral zone, so I still don't recommend any position. But yes, on Doge, there is slight difference between what it looks like for Sui or Ethereum is that Doge basically buying at this level is looking very strong. So you can see that on DMI indicator that buying is strong. It's above 25. So for the price to further shoot from here, possibility is more as compared to the possibility on Swiss chart. So if anybody wishing to take a position at this level, like buying, entering into the trade, you can at this level because buying is stronger than selling. But because also it's near the neutral zones and also because both buying and selling is going hand in hand here, you can see it on DMI indicator. Buying is at 28 and selling is at 26. It's hardly a difference of like almost one point or something. So you can more or less say it's like in a consolidation phase rather than in a very great position. So uh, the choice is yours, but I gave you my explanation to why or why not you should take a trade at this particular time. So it's up to you guys again at this stage what you want to do. Okay. Ethereum still no, according to me. So you also still no. Let's watch Doge for some time. Looks like Doge buying is becoming strong from these levels. But because the previous swing high was near this level, let me just position this and see how big of a move is that. And even if it set a 1:2 target at this level, is it possible or not? I'm just taking this till my previous level, guys, just previous swing high. So at this level point, like 1:2 ratio is possible. Like it's almost 1:2.6 actually speaking. Even if we keep 1:2, let's imagine 1:2. We are not even talking about the previous swing high. So your exit can be here 0.01902. So if buying at this level becomes strong, so exit can be somewhere here and you can do it. But because, let me move this. It's a very critical position, honestly speaking. It's totally up to you guys because first of all, it's above neutral zones. So that is one very, it's near, not above, it is very near to the neutral zone. Second, the probability of it going retracing further down before it actually completely tries to move up is very high. Third thing is, like, if in case the price does not build up the buying pressure at this level, then chances of your money getting stuck will be very higher as compared to if you were taking the trade at the lowest level itself. So now you can decide if you want to currently in this scenario enter into the trade or not. So 28 is what the current buying pressure is. And uh, assuming that the price can actually reach to the previous swing high, we've kept the targets at this level. And if you think you can, you know, pull some profits within this zone also, you can do so. But make sure that you put right kind of money, do calculations properly, do calculative risk, and then enter into the trade, because all these things matter. And to be, one very important thing is how many points movement do you need to make a profit. That is very important. So if you know that you have uh, enough movement that you can see uh, movement of around, like if you need for a trade for you to start getting profits, then you need some 500 points movement. So within this move, is that 500 units possible or not possible? If it's possible, then what is my risk to reward ratio? 1:2, 1:3, 1. And if previous swing was able to reach to this level, will I reach that level or I will not reach that level? Or you think that price will retrace back from this zone itself, like price will start going further down from this zone itself? Then all these probabilities you need to calculate before you enter into any trade, because it's always probability of a yes or a no. Always it's either going up, it's or either going down. So looking at these things currently, you can see that yes, buying is strong. So from that point of view, I can say yes, it can be like you can take the risk of entering into the trade at this. Although in majority of my cases, I don't recommend you guys to buy at this level. Never ever. You can see, watch my streams past 1 year. I've been live trading, I think almost past 1 year with all you guys. I've never ever recommended any buy position in this zone, especially this zone, like when it is near the neutral zone. Because you see, price first moving from this zone to this zone to this zone, then to this zone, and then again retracing back is like too much of time that you will be wasting, and you will be actually losing out on so many opportunities. So in that scenario, I recommend that whenever you see on the charts that price is sitting somewhere in this zone, never ever buy it. Buy when it is somewhere here, or when it is more below than this, so that in this current scenario, probably in Doge, you're not having an opportunity. That's okay. Like, life is not ending over there. Go to Ethereum, check the charts on Ethereum. Am I in the exhaustion levels or not? And you find that, okay, you are in the exhaustion levels on Ethereum chart, and you're in the cheapest price possible. Go buy that Ethereum. So while you're waiting for Doge price to further come down, you can go buy it in Ethereum and then take profits from Ethereum, rather than waiting and sitting or locking your money in Doge itself. Take the position in Ethereum and then get done with the day. No, why do you want to break your head over something? All you need is, you need the right kind of technical analysis and guidance, where you know where you have to buy and where you have to sell. So once you're through to it, okay, Doge currently is sitting near neutral zones. I don't have a bias or sell position. Let me go and see Ethereum. Let me go and see Sui. So if Sui is sitting near, like right now, Sui is sitting near the neutral zones. So I cannot buy anything over here because it's not certain where the price is heading. Is it going up? Is it going down? No certainty at all. Okay, let me check it with Ethereum. Ethereum also is sitting near neutral zone, sorry, near almost close to neutral zones, not at exhaustive levels, because Ethereum's almost support levels are standing at almost like 4,000 or 4,000 below. So do I still buy it or not? That's totally up to me whether I want to do it. You can see in the recent past, like even not just about recent past, just about yesterday also, price went till 4102 also. I think price went further below this also. Like, so now you can decide your range basis where in recent past the price was able to reach. So in the recent past, it even reached till 394 to 398 something also. So basis whatever the recent price movements have been, you can decide whether or not you can take a trade or not. Or if you're still confused about it, you can always go to this coin market cap uh, website, open Ethereum's information here. You can come and check it. What was the day high and low here? So you can see day high was around 4,213. Okay, and my low is 3,904. Okay, so imagine, like, currently the price is at 4,133, and if you want to enter into a trade at 4,133, and the maximum that it reached past 24 hours was 4,213. So how much is the difference? 4,213 minus 41, what is the current price? 4133. Okay, 4133. So it's just $80 difference, 80 points difference. Now imagine how much money you have. Like, is it $1,000, $2,000? And if Ethereum to the max is moving 4,213, which was its 24 hours high, then am I able to make profits within such short gap, like with just $80 movement? Or do I have to take a position more lower than this, so that I can reach the target, even if, for example, it reaches 4,230. Let's not even think that it is going to surpass the 24 hours high. Imagine it's going to end up at 4,213 only, hypothetically. So with that $80 move, will I be able to make that profit? No. The answer, if it is no, then you better wait for the price to retrace further down, because its lowest point has been 3,900. So imagine 4,213 minus 3,000. How much was the low? 3,904. 904. So this one is the $309 move, which is a significant move. So I think with 309 points moving, you will definitely at some level will be able to make some profits. Like, but again, your amount of capital or whatever you're investing, whatever you're putting, it also matters. So if you're trading with very small amounts in hundreds or something, then maybe you might not be able to achieve that target with 309 move. But yes, if you're trading somewhere around $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, aram se will make profit. And I'll tell you how many. Even with one Ethereum, you're able to make $3,309. So that's on the highest side I'm talking about. So if I say that you're putting even 2,000, if you're putting 1,500, imagine just $1,500 position, which how you can manage this, I'll show you. Maybe if you want to, if you have $100, okay, and you just have $100, you can manage with a position of, say, how much do you want to take? You need to take at least 10x of leverage for a futures trading, which means like you'll be able to take $1,000 position over there. If you are 15x your current position, which is like you have $100 in your pocket, then you need to take a 15x, like, a 15x of leverage, so that you can take a $1,500 position. So $1,500, how many Ethereum will you be able to buy? 3,904. So you will be able to buy 0.38. Now in this, again, there will be fees. You can imagine like $2 to $4, both on taker and maker fees. Let's keep it like $4 for both the transactions. But now let's see on the higher side, when you're selling it at 4,213. So your 1,500, you are able to make $1,618, okay, with the current movement that we are talking about. But this is very highest and very ambitious number I'm talking about. You can still lower your, risk to reward 1:2, 1:3. That totally depends on you. 1618 means almost you've invested $1,500, right? So this is very high, ambitious numbers that I'm talking about, which is which will take for you at least a minimum of around 5 to 8 hours or more than that. In fact, like this will be part of your swing trading, and it's not practically possible in scalping or something. Scalping में बड़ी मुश्किल से 1:2, 1:3 का if you keep ratio, then within half an hour or one hour of time or 2 hours of time, that kind of target you cannot achieve, because you saw, right? It's the lowest point is 3,900 and the highest it went in a day was 4,200. So it's a 24-hour low and high that I'm talking about. So it might take 24 hours itself, like, for it to reach that target. So in a day, in case, for example, hypothetically, you invested at the least cost possible, which is 3,900, then you are making around 118. Imagine even if it is like a $4, $5 of fees on it, then you will be still left out with 130. But these are all hypothetical numbers and some calculations that I'm doing, but not necessarily you will get that kind of a move out here. So if you want to check it yourself, like for example, 3,009, let me plot this on the chart and show you, like past 24 hours, we talked about 3,900 and what was the amount? 3,904. Let me plot this on Ethereum chart and show you how much time it has taken for that kind of, thing to move actually. So while I'm telling you it's looking too nice to hear and everything, it's practically not possible for you to achieve it so quickly actually. So past 24 hours, if I imagine this was my low, okay, this was my low, and 4,200 is what it reached, right? So if this was my high, okay, this was my high, how much time has it taken for it to reach those levels? We need to maybe need to find that out, okay? So I'm putting my resistance here. So this is my previous day low, this is my previous day high. So my 24 hours, okay? So from this candle, which is here, you can see, so this candle, from this candle movement, almost on 14th of October, 10:30 a.m. until 14th of October, 16:20. So how much time was it? 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30. Almost it took around 6 hours time for it to reach that target. But was it, was it something like 6 hours? Do you think is a short period of time, or was it a very long time? Again, that also not necessary that what I'm telling you, like within 6 hours, if yesterday it was possible from the low to the highest point, not necessary that you might be able to achieve it, because in this scenario the point here is like from down till it went up, it's clear. But what if you bought at this zone and price has retraced back to the lower zones? Okay, then you know it's not going to be achieved in next 6 hours. Sometimes it is possible, in other way around also for it to behave. If it from down, if it has gone up, not necessary in every case it is possible that it will be going from up and down. Suddenly the next day itself some negative news, suddenly like Donald Trump announces some tariffs. You never know, it can happen. Then within next 6 hours, it's not possible for you to achieve this target. So while on a swing trading or day trading that we talk about, some days, some parts of the day, some days in a month, it is possible for you to achieve this goal. But there will be some uncertain days. Trust me, like I've been trading past 1 year now. Trust me, even if after doing the bestest of the best technical analysis that you can do, you can still be some days you will be at loss, and some days your money is bound to get stuck. Because like maybe even if you would have kept your risk to reward 1:1, 1:2 on the least side, also you did all your calculations possible, there will be days where basically sudden news comes up, like Iran Israel war happened. That was a sudden news, nobody knew what was happening. Like you know like sudden tariff war, sudden thing which comes up, like uncertain things that can completely stop, or get your money stuck, or maybe not about stuck. Sometimes the stop losses also can get hit. So keep it like a calculative risk kind of a thing, where like your calculation should be based on probability of a yes, the market is going in positive direction, and probability of a no, where the market is not going in your direction and it's just going in the opposite direction possible. So these are few things. And yes, we've seen it as the bestest case possible, and not necessary you might always be having the best case possible every day of your life. There will be days where it is not going to give you profit. Not going to give you profit means not going to give you profit. So be ready for all of that. Okay, be ready for all of that, so that you take some right kind of um, trades. So currently, I am still near the neutral zones on Ethereum, and I don't want to take any kind of trade here. I'll tell you the reason. Because my DMI is showing me that my buying pressure is very weak at this current scenario. So in this scenario, if I enter into the trade, my chances of money getting stuck or my stop losses getting hit are very high. So if I want to enter into a trade, I want my DI plus to be very strong, which means on the DMI indicator, it has to be above 25 points, so that I can enter into the trade along with the other traders there, so that I join their trend or their rally, take their support, and then I proceed with entering into the trade to make a successful trade. So don't even think of getting into a trade when the market is not showing strong momentum there. It doesn't matter what, sometimes trend really on shorter time frames don't really matter. What really matters is how, even in those very uncertain places, my buying or selling, which particular thing is becoming strong, then we take the trade according to it. If your DMI, I'm not saying DMI should be the only indicator or thing you should always rely on. Use more confirmations, like maybe you can use volume indicator to see how the volume is building up. Is it like lot of buying that is happening? Is it a lot of selling that is happening? Other than that, I've also shown you a very good indicator, which is a smart money concept indicator. I'm going to just at current level, I'm going to just shut this RSI. I'm going to use that indicator, which is called money flow profile, which is one of my favorite indicator, and it is very it has to be used for particular things only. Now you can see, I'll close even my DMI, okay, because I want to give you guys a more clear picture of what this indicator is all about. So you can see on the charts, can you see this on the charts? Let me move this here a bit. Why is it not moving? Okay, so here you can see. So this yellow line which you see, you can see that this is the highest sentiment profile that we're talking about. So if in case you're still doubtful that today when you enter into the trade, what level should I buy it? Then you come here. So on my left hand side, what you see on the money flow profile, these green ones are all your bullish nodes that we're talking about. So wherever there has been buying which has become very strong, it's pointing out to those levels over there. Okay, and the red ones are all my bearish nodes, which is pointing out to all the selling. So can you guys see there is some a minus and positive numbers here? The percentages are reflecting how much percentage of trade has happened over there. And you can see that this 13.6 to 8k is the volume that got traded in that zone. So there is 42 to 8.21, which is basically here. You can see 42 to 8.21, which is my price, the price at which it was trading. So when price was at 4228, around 13.628k was traded, and which comprised of around 51.24% of the overall volume that has been trading. So at that price level, that was 11. Now out of all of this, which was the most significant? This is the highest sentiment zone. Now the yellow ones that you see, green and red, you understood what it is, but the yellow ones out here which you see are the highest sentiment zone, which means highest sentiment zone does not mean that there is too much of buying that is happening, or that it is not about how much selling is happening. Highest sentiment zone means the price is trying to basically come to that level, and a lot of activity in that zone is going on happening, like price is uh, coming like to the support levels. Again from there a lot of buying is happening, again the selling is happening, buying selling is happening, a lot of activity in that zone. So you can see 473.716 million got traded in that zone, and that's about 10.76% of the whole trade or the volume that we're talking about. So that kind of overall this money flow profile will give you the information. So if in case you want to decide what price you want to buy, then all these zones, all the prices that you see here, you want to increase its further thing, you can always go to the settings and also do this, like in the input side. In input side, you can see there is a 200 nodes here, right? 200 fixed range. You want to increase that, you can do it. It'll take you for more further information. Right now it's on 200, that's okay. So if in case okay, I want to decide like what price I should buy at, then maybe you can check out which particular price is traded more, the volume is significant over there, or the percentage of volume that is getting traded in that price is high. So wherever I see the numbers are high, okay, in this price level, in that price, then I am supposed to see that even I place my trades around those zones. And I'm not saying that you have to 100% go and do that. It all totally depends on if the price again retraces back to that zone, then you can always choose that, but not necessarily. um, it's again a probability of whatever we are talking about. So next few minutes, next few hours, if the scenario changes, it might as well mean something else, but you have to keep watching it. Other than this, I'll show you one more thing. I'll remove all this volume profile and sentiment profile from here. and I'll put a consolidation zone here and a highest sentiment zone. Okay, so I remove the table here, and by changing the settings here, you can see now here. So this yellow zone that you see is the highest sentiment zone again. Like I was telling you, right? Based on the table also I was looking and telling you, this zone is something which is a highest sentiment zone. And why do I say that it is a highest sentiment zone? You can see it yourself. How many times the activity has happened in this zone? See this with your own eyes, like 200 candles is what it has taken into picture. And you can see from here around so like the the selling came till this level, again the buying pressure built, and again it touched this point, and again price started retracing back from this level, again it touched this point, again price started going up, then again it came down. You see how much activity around that zone is happening, which means that buyers and sellers both are active, too active in this zone, because people like buying and selling in this zone. And somehow price is always either jumping from there, or either just jumping to that level, and then from again that level is just bouncing back. So this is why we call this as high sentiment zone or high profile zone, where a lot of activity is happening. Other than that, this blue zone which you see is all consolidation zone. So this is where the price is trying to collect its order. So this whole zone that you see might be for the short term scalpers. It might be a position of entry, like a position of profit or loss, because in this small moves they might be able to make profits. But for you guys as retail traders, if your amounts are not like significantly big in millions or billions or things like that, so when price is accumulating in this consolidation zone, then you should be ready to take the advantage when the order block is getting placed, which means the smart traders are entering into the trade, or the institutional interest is building up. Then you enter into their rally, like into their as support, and then you take the trade. So if I just measure this from the lowest point to the highest level it reached in within this consolidation zone was around 2.13. I think 2.13 is still a good move even for short retail traders too, given that even if you're like trading around 1000, 1500, $2000 positions, if you guys are taking, you can still significantly make good profits in 2.14% move also. But somebody who's like more very are in very minimalistic amounts, then what you can always do is, when the market is still in this zone, which is the consolidation zone, which it is from here to this level, you can always enter into the rally and make the profits from this. Like even if somebody entered into this zone, probably your targets might not be achieved within this zone, but you can always exit at this zone. So if I just measure this on the charts here, that is too again is going to be an ambitious number, but yes, I'm giving you this number. The reason being because your capital amount is very low. Okay, your capital is very small, that's why I'm giving you this big ambitious number. So this is 1:4.2 ratio that I'm talking about. But for somebody whose capital is good enough, $1000 $2000 or anything also, you can still lower your targets to 1:3 1:2, depending on where you want to. Within this also, within the consolidation zones also, you see here it's just about 1:2. Sorry, not 1:2. You need to still lower this. 1:2. Yeah, 1:2.11 is what I'm able to achieve within the consolidation zone if I try to trade. So if that's your target and you like are able to achieve, like you are able to get good amounts of profit, you're happy with it, you're not too greedy about it, I think exiting at that level also is still fine. But somebody with very less capital, you still want to and like keep your position open for more longer time, then yes, that's your target, and that's where 4.2 you can achieve it. So check this all things, use all of these as a combination, like for various reasons to confirm. Guys, I'm telling you again and again, sometimes indicators can be fake. After all, they're all man-made tools. Sometimes there will be latency in the in the indicators. Latency, what it means is like sometimes the indicators will give you indication way too late than what you must be waiting for. Like especially if you're using any like smart money concepts or something, then if an indicator is showing you a signal after that particular movement has happened, you might not be able to catch the correct position over there, and then that can be a significant flaw for you, where you would have entered at a wrong price or something. So in that scenario, what I truly recommend all you guys is to keep it like a permutation combination of different things altogether. Don't keep it like don't only for example, we are talking about money flow profile. I don't want you guys just use money flow profile and be just done with it. No, that's not what you're doing. After this, you'll come back to your DMI indicator. You'll see if the buying pressure is building up or not. Because while we are keeping this target till here, okay, it's understood, it's inevitable, okay. But what if the opposite of it happens? This is on the optimistic side. What if the negative side of it happen and the price starts shooting down and it's not moving up? So in that scenarios also we need to confirm it with other things, right? Like whether buying is still strong or not, selling is strong. If selling at this level is looking strong, then this target of 1:4 that you kept is not going to be achieved for sure. So you will have to, in that scenario, change your complete trading strategy itself. Instead of buying at that level, you should be basically selling at those levels. So you see why I am saying why one indicator at one point in time cannot be the only source of your successful trade, is because the opposite of it can also happen. And that's what normally when people, especially just starting out in this industry, have like little to no knowledge at all, what they tend to do is they just go by somebody telling them to do it. They go by FOMO. Like FOMO is like feeling of missing out. It's like somebody pushes them into doing it. They do it just for the sake of like somebody telling them to do it, but without doing their own research, without doing their own homework out there. They just enter into it without realizing the consequences of it. Like what if it's not going in the positive direction? What if it goes totally in the opposite direction? So those are the things you also have to ascertain. And buying at what level? Sometimes, like if you're getting stuck, guys, reach out to me. If at certain days you're not able to decide, you want to be a day trader where you want to trade every day, make some little profits here and there, reach out to me. If you're not sure at what price range you should buy, I will definitely guide you and tell you what should be the buying price for that particular crypto as on that day. Like because every day price moves about crazily. And for Ethereum, Doge and Sui that we're talking about, on normal days Ethereum moves about 2 to 5%, and in volatile days it moves about 5 to 10%, whereas Sui basically on normal days it moves about even 5 to 10%, and on the high volatile days it can even go like 20% up, and it can fall. Trust me, in the recent past, if I show you Sui's characteristic, you're going to like get a you're going to feel dizzy, because it fell about almost, on the charts I tried to measure it, it was almost like 85%. It fell from $3.2, it fell to $0.5. Can you imagine one crypto in a day falling to that level? And that's very much possible, and it is happening. It will happen. So you have to lower your targets basis the kind of movements that are happening on the different cryptos. And everybody has their own ecosystem, everybody has their own pros, cons, advantages, disadvantages. Some of them are performing based on the overall market scenario, where it's like about macroeconomic factors that we're talking about, geopolitical factors that we're talking about. And sometimes it's not about just that. Within the ecosystem, if there is some kind of issue that's happening, like maybe Sui had a hack that has happened in the month of May, and Ethereum had a hack that has happened in the month of February. Like around billions of dollars was stolen on the centralized exchanges also. So within the ecosystem, something negative also happens that can drastically bring about like I don't know, even if it's like going to be 50% to 80%, you never know about it. Yes, on the stable coins, you will not be expecting them to go like crazy, shooting like 80, 80, 90%, something like that, the way it happens on like, the meme coins or on the other NFTs that you're talking about. But yes, on the stable coins, you might expect like on very high volatile or crazy days also, like some hacks, anything like that, maybe 15, 20, 25, 30%. That is what is usually seen. But coming to the very new projects, coming to NFTs, coming to meme coins or things like that, then in that scenario it might as well shoot like crazy up to 20, 30, 40, 50, more than that also. So be careful on all those fronts. And in case you still get stuck while you are taking trades and you're not too sure where you should put your trade, at what price levels you should buy, reach out to me, ask me either online when I'm online, or you can also ask me offline in my community, and seek out that assistance if you would like. Other than that, guys, what I also tell you is, at this current stage, while we were looking into this money flow profile, I think we had one good position here which we kind of missed it out because the price went till 4066. Let me just check it with other indicators too. I think I missed out on giving you that buy signal while I was speaking to you people. Okay, hold on for a second. RSI, my DMI I was looking into, so that was about, okay. So here we go. So price was at 28. Yes, guys, this could have been a buying position, but also again, I'll tell you, but because buying is still not strong in this zone, I say no for entering into the trade still. Until unless on my DMI, I'm going to see that yes, the buying is building up here at this level, then my answer would be like, yes, you can enter into the trade. These are my takes on all these things. If you have a different opinion, you can always tell me in the comments. You want to tell, share, no, you think I'm wrong, or you want to tell what your opinion is, please feel free to do so. But according to me, I feel at this current stage, entering into the trade is a bit risky because selling is very high. What if you enter into a trade and selling keeps happening, um, trying to bring your stop losses, like trying to hit your stop losses, or trying to bring your price further down? So selling is strong at this level, so no trade in this strong zone level. So I think, guys, I've done almost like 2 hours of session so far. I'm going to take a 5 to 10 minutes of break and then continue talking to you guys. I am on Ethereum's, Swiss and Doge's futures trading chart, and I'm on different time frames. But while we are trading, we don't always look into smaller time frames. We also have to ascertain things on bigger time frames so that we take the right kind of trades. So continue doing that. In case of any questions, anything that you feel is missing out or anything as such, do let me know, and we will continue talking about all of this. Guys, looks like the buying at this current level is building up, but this can be a sign of a fake out, so be careful. Like sometimes on the charts you will see that a green candle is forming, and looking at that, you tend to go into the trade thinking that okay, the thing is going up, like the price is going up, and you enter into the trade. That's where the smart money traders enter. They sell a portion of their trades, they try to lower the price further, letting your stop losses hit over there. So wait until the buying pressure completely builds, and then you enter into the trade. Okay, I hope these things what we are talking about is uh, making sense and is adding little value to your trades and your day to day, the way you look at the charts and the way you look at uh, the overall analysis. And I hope you guys take some great successful trades and be successful traders in your own journey. Do wait for me, I'll be back in next 5 to 10 minutes after a small little break, and then we'll continue talking about all the other cryptocurrencies. And some real trade information. All right. So while I was away, I think the buying pressure in this zone has built up. I can clearly see the price prior to going for the break was around 6 or 8, I remember. But now it's like gone to 19. In this third candle, when basically I was away from the desk, in this third candle, we could have taken a trade here and this could have been your entry point here. So if I just plot this with a long position here, which is like at this level, entering into this level, this is 1:1 ratio, and I keep a 1:2 ratio. Let me see if I'm able to achieve something here. Yeah, 1:2 is here. So will it reach this level? Price, will it reach this level? Because the previous swing high was at this level, which is 4270. This dip was definitely a good point to catch, but because till that level we were not sure before I went for the break that whether price at that level will bounce back or not. So we were not sure of that. So that's why until buying pressure built up, we were not in a position to take anything here. So will price start shooting back from here, or the 1:2 ratio is possible or not from this candle? Let's see. So this is on an assumption that price is basically going to go up. Will it be something that we will be able to achieve it or not? I want to see my charts on 1 hour time frame also. Like, let me see what does it look like. My selling is strong, my buying is weak. It's near the neutral zones. Okay, let me see my 4 hours chart. Buying is strong, kind of getting strong. I wouldn't say completely strong. It's near the neutral zones. Okay. Now, I'll tell you one more very important thing which you need to know. Like, you cannot take trades from between. I keep telling this like very too many times, right? While if you take trade here, you do not know because it's not reached exhaustion levels, you do not know if it is going to go further down or until a green candle starts forming and there is no clear cut clarity if it is a fake out or if it is a a right kind of entry point or not, because the people who would have entered at this level, okay, they start taking out their profits from this level. Like 1:2 ratio is achieved for them, they start taking profits from you. Now if you haven't taken trade here, for you, if you are entering into the third candle when it became strong, The only point that you should remember at this stage when you're entering into the trade is where the candle, even though if it's a green candle that is forming, the buying pressure has to be very strong so that you take the risk of entering into the trade at this zone. Like suppose you didn't take a trade at this zone, which is, which we were hoping that it might further shoot down before it retraces back or something. So if you didn't take trade over that level and you're entering into the third candle level where the buying is becoming, the strong candle has formed. So you will only take a trade in this zone when the buying pressure, like you can see on the DMI, it's at 21. Let my DMI at that level be above 25 so that you can take a trade when it is 25 and above. I don't want you guys to enter into the trade where price retraces back, because it is inevitable that people who have taken trade at this zone will start selling out if their 1:10, when 1:2 ratio is being met. So you understand what I'm trying to say here? What is that I'm actually trying to emphasize on? So if in case you don't want to fall into the zone where you see that the moment you entered into the trade and the price started coming down, then in that scenario you should always be sure that the price is very strong at this level. The buying pressure is very strong, which means my buying pressure has to be above 25. Then only in this third candle is where I take the trade so that I can achieve the um, 1:2 ratio that I'm speaking about. And again, it's not just about the buying pressure being strong, also about what amount you have. If that amount which you have, and with the move that we are expecting in 1:2 ratio, are we able to achieve that within that zone? Then the answer, if it is yes for you, then in that zone you enter it. Because see, I am entering into the trade at this zone, which is 4106, and I'm assuming that I will exit by 4190. So 4106, 4106 minus 4190. So it's hardly like again $84 profit that we're talking about. Now, $84 profit is only possible for people who have the capacity to buy one Ethereum. Okay. But if you're buying somewhere around 1,000, 1,500 or even lesser than that, your profit is not possible. It is not at all possible to achieve. So $84 or 84 points move, do you think is good enough for you to take uh, an entry and an exit at that level? If you're getting that answer as yes, then you take a position at that level. Otherwise, there is no position here for the low capital uh, people who are like trading, low capital traders out there. Okay, it's that simple, guys. See, it's all about picking up the right place to enter into the trade. And sometimes if we don't go with greed, we just go with what is needed, then our target is achieved for the day. We don't have to break. Trading is not at all like rocket science. Trading is not like something very very difficult. No, all the people out there, whoever is teaching you in whichever way or whatever possible things that they're teaching, I don't know, some people like to see candlesticks, some like to talk about candlestick patterns, some talk about different things, and they try to complicate the lives. But it is not that difficult when I am actually telling you. It's just about buying low, selling high. That's it. Seeing where buying is becoming very strong, where the demand is, enter into the trades where demand is very high along with other people, along with the smart money traders, and exit when the smart traders are exiting. Follow their footsteps. You will be through to it. There is nothing difficult out there, and there is no like there's nothing new that you need to know at that level. Guys, one more rule of a thumb that you need to remember is you can always enter into the trade at this zone also. You can enter into this zone also. There is no hard and fast rule as such. Only thing is you need to be sure that level which you are entering into, is it a high demand zone or not? Which means is it, at that particular zone, like if I'm entering into the trade, is it like a high demand zone or not, where the buying pressure is high or not? Like I know the selling pressure has brought this to this level, but now when the price has moved to the cheapest level possible, so is buying from this level becoming strong or not? If buying from this level becomes strong on either your short time frames or on bigger time frames, you can choose to buy here itself. You don't have to wait for the green candle to form. But just in case if the buying pressure at this level you see that is not building up, then you enter into the trade when the strong green candle forms and you start seeing that the buying pressure at this level has built. So why I didn't give you a position here and I gave you a position here is because when I was looking at this level, although it was in the exhaustion levels, but I could see clearly that buying pressure was not building up at that level. But here in this candle, I gave you a buy signal here. Reason being because in this zone I saw that yes, buying is becoming somewhat strong. I wouldn't say completely strong, but yes, somewhat strong. So I gave you a position here so that if price from here starts building up, because if these two liquidations that we're talking about, these two candles, the previous two candles, the previous 5-10 minutes candles, if the liquidation would have not happened in this zone, then by now with this candle we could have easily made profit still here, like 1:2 ratio would have been achieved. But also because somebody took a position at this level, they also had to liquidate the position, so they did it, which is another scenario here. But if at this level the buying was continuing to build up and build very strong, because in this candle it was not above 25 to say it was in the most strongest position that we are entering into. We entered when it was slightly building up, okay, slightly building up, okay, that was the thing. So yes, currently still selling is taking over the buying. Even if somebody who would have taken a position in the previous candle I pointed out, you might as well, if the buying pressure doesn't build up continuously, then you might have to wait for a little time before you start taking any before you start getting a profit. I think in the 1 hour chart, it's near the neutral zones. Buying is weak in this. On the 4 hour chart also, buying is weak, selling is high. So now you can see it's near the neutral zones, it's consolidating here. So price is in an indecision zone. This is why mostly when it's almost reached half the zone, I don't tell you guys, because now price gets stuck at that zone until it makes a decision of whether it should move up or down. You can't really say what exactly is happening. Guys, whoever is joining from within the application, people who are joining from the outside, I want you guys to shoot out any questions if you guys have. And whoever is joining from within the application, my request is you guys, whenever you enter into the stream, please make sure that you guys are telling me if in case like you want to me to tell you some kind of oh, I'm so sorry, my dear. Guys, sometimes I really apologize. I miss out on the comments while I'm actually looking into too many screens. So would you like to let me know what do you want me to check in BTC? Like, is that your requirement? You want me to analyze BTC? That's what you want? Please let me know. I'm so sorry I missed out on your comment. If you're still live, Zed, yeah. Zed, are you still live in the live room? I'm so sorry. I actually missed your comment while you were live. I think you asked me to analyze BTC a little while ago. Is that what you meant? Check BTC, please. You said check BTC. So what is that you mean by it? If you're live right now, Zed, please be a little open because sometimes I kind of miss out on comments here and there while I'm looking at two different screens. So I might have not looked at your comment. I'm extremely sorry about it. So you can see here that at this point in time when we entered into the trade, it was a lot of liquidation started happening here, and the price definitely didn't move in the direction we were looking for. So this is one of a case where we kind of predict that price will tend to go up. So that's why I was telling you in this third candle when we were referring to that, when do we enter in between? That is what is very important. Why do we enter when in between? Is when you see that buying pressure is too good over there, is when we enter into the trade over there, which means the DI plus should be above your it should be above your 25 points on the scale on the DI plus. That's when you enter into the trade. Otherwise it can be a riskier position, and we don't enter into this trade also, we don't enter into this trade also until we are sure that buying is becoming strong from that level or not. But if on RSI you've seen that price is basically reached its exhaustion point, you can always take a trade, but always also ascertain it on different time frames to see on the bigger time frame what is it looking like. And if you're still not sure, you don't want to go for this, what you also have to do is close this indicators, put your moving averages here. So moving averages, simple, use two moving averages, which is one is going to be my 50-day 50 period moving average, which is in the blue line. I'll use a big thicker one, and I'm going to use a 200 MA also. Why I'm doing this is because sometimes what happens is, like, you take a trade and there is completely a trend reversal that will happen, and that can completely take your trade for a toss. You might think that you're buying it at a dip, but what you end up doing is that you'll see that the trend completely has changed. So you see on a 5 minutes time frame, price is below both 50 period moving average as well as 200 MA also, which means price is, if the uptrend has to continue or the price should move up, the price should be above both these moving averages. That's when you will say that it is moving optimistically in the uptrend basis. Okay, so I'll change the time frames to 1 hour and see how it looks like on the 1 hour frame. Okay, on 1 hour frame, still price is below my both moving averages, which means it's still in a downtrend. Even on my 4 hours chart, it is the same. Okay. So on all time frames, basically it is below. So we found this out anyway. So it's downtrend or down. Let me move to RSI and DMI and continue checking what I'm supposed to check. So currently, I think one very important point which we kind of missed out while I was telling you about this particular, candles to take a trade, was that we missed out on seeing that it was in downtrend. Okay, so in that scenario, what really happens is, like, price is already below the moving averages, so it is in the downward direction. It's not moving that great. It's not in an upward direction. So uh, that could have been a point of consideration for all of us, whether or not at this level, if the condition, the DI plus was very strong, like above 25, 30, 35 something, I would have definitely told you, yes, that is like, the best or the perfect entry that you can take. But because it was almost just near the zones, like just near 25, at this level, taking a trade, especially with the confirmation that the moving averages are above price and not, below it. Price is not above moving averages. That basically changed my decision of not taking a trade uh, in this particular candle that I'm talking about. Now, in this present candle, and now here onwards, the scenario might be changing. While also you might think, there is one more thing that you need to remember, that even though at this candle you took a trade, but it kind of didn't immediately shoot up and give you the profits. Also remember that what is the dip that you're buying at? You're buying it at 4068. Do you remember what was the previous day low that we were talking about? 3904 was the previous day low. And if we are buying it at 4068, oh, I added it, sorry, 4068 minus 390. Wow, oh my god, what is happening? Wait, guys. So 4068 minus 3904. Yeah, now it's correct. It was a $164 move that we're talking about. So now you can think, was it good for you to buy at 4068, or you should have waited for it to further go down till 3000, 3900, or more below than that until you take a trade? So these are few very important things, very important questions also. When sometimes there's no clear cut clarity about whether price is basically moving up or down, in those scenarios you also have to ascertain these kind of things, and if the answer that you get out of all of this is able to justify, then yes, take a trade. If it is not, then you better wait until it further moves on. So 4068 is what it went. Now it is possible that it might reach below 4000 also, if for example it reaches till this zone. So if it's tested this zone. Now if it tested this zone or something, imagine, okay, if it comes till this level, then you're buying it more cheap before it actually tries to shoot up. So in this scenario, then after price retraces from this level, you might have some good movement that you can expect. But yes, within this zone, it is a bit difficult to take profits. So be careful on that zone. Money flow profile, you should check. Volume indicator, you should check. Order book, you should check. And other than that, if you still want to check some more other things, which you can definitely do, I'm going to just close this two indicators and I'll just put one indicator here so that I can find out few very important things that I want to find out. So this is my smart money concept indicator. I'll go to its settings and I'll put order blocks here. Then I'll put my fair value gaps. Then I'll put my daily, weekly, monthly lows that I want to put, and I want to enable my premium and discount zones. So you see here now very clearly. Oh my God, what did I do? Okay, this was how it looked before. So you can see this zone that I was referring to was the discount zone. And from here on the smaller time frames, there has been change of character, change BOS, it pointed out. So when it was pointing out BOS, it means the trend is continuing. Whatever the short term trend that is there, it is continuing. And here you can see clearly here it pointed out a change of character and in a very bold scenario. So if the downtrend was likely to continue, this basically change of character would have not happened. So you can see here, wait, I'll show you, I'll draw the brush. Okay, I'll draw it. So if, like, for example, I'll draw a trend line here. So this was my high and this was my, this is my trend line. I'll try to narrow it a bit. You see, now if the downtrend was to continue, I know I have slightly tempered it a bit. So if you see, if the downtrend was to continue here, price after touching here, the downtrend has to continue. It should have been in this zone, but it actually surpassed this zone. So a slight retracement happened in this zone. But again, price is trying to come back to this zone. Now we need to watch it out. Let me remove it. Now let's watch it out. There are two fair value gaps that got created here. So now price will test this zone. So even if you have not entered into the trade in the previous discount zone, now is the time you can enter into the trade. Okay. So you saw that there are two fair value gaps got created. So that zone will get tested because the price moved very fast and there's an imbalance in the price there. So now it's going to go further down, and after it goes down, from there if you take a trade, most likely, and it starts moving upward in the up direction, then price will continue moving in the upward direction. So until unless if there's no, if a break of structure happens here, then most likely the price will continue moving in the same direction. And if change of character happens, then we might see that price is basically coming up. Price will move in the opposite direction. Guys, recharge on the application, deposit the funds right now. If you want to take a trade with me while I'm live, so buying is still weak here. Zed, are you still live? I don't know, Zed. I think you asked me a question about. You asked me a question about BTC. If you're still live, can I know if you're live with me? And The movement is very slow. Okay, while we are watching what's happening on Ethereum, let's also have a look at SUI. We completely forgot what was happening there and completely missed out on some really great opportunities on SUI. I was continuously going on talking about Ethereum, Ethereum, Ethereum. So I think this level 1:4 ratio was achieved. This was a perfect entry point for all of us on SUI 2.71. I totally forgot I was actually analyzing other cryptos also. So let's have a look at Doge. Doge is a bit weird. Just so sometimes there's no perfect setup asset like where you have to buy, where you have to sell, or things like that, you know. What really matters in that scenario is like you have to see wherever the buying pressure is building up, that's where you buy. Obviously, the price has to be also cheap. That is also one requirement. And mostly try taking the support of the whales in, like, you know, institutional interest or things like that. Like whenever you are able to find whale movements, that will be your too good entry. Trust me, like it's going to be one of the best entries that you can get if you are able to track any of the whale movements. So like on the So like on this chart, you can see there are so many order blocks that got created. Like for example, this red one, these are all bearish order blocks. This is the equilibrium that we're talking about. So these order blocks clearly stated that price, like after the whale exits here, I wouldn't say whale exits, it's like institutional interest or whale exits that are happening here, big orders exiting here, then price is like 200% likely to go down, like when it is a bearish order block. But it's a bullish order block, then yes, it will shoot up. So when you can locate that yourself, that is your bestest entry that I can tell you. So here let me just see if we have any order blocks here. Currently there seems to be none. So there is a breakout structure that's plotted on the chart. Again, there's a fair value gap that got created here. One thing is for sure that when fair value gaps get created, price is going to test those zones again. So it will come back to that imbalance to fill it. So it's already reached the discount zones. I don't know, how do you guys take a trade? Do you take a trade when there is a red candle that is going on, forming, or is it when the green candles start forming? When do you buy it? My question is that. So do you still buy at this zone or do you still wait? My question to you guys, do you buy at this zone or do you still wait? Just simply because there are red candles forming on the chart, do you look at that and start buying? Or do you wait till green candles start forming and the price starts reversing from this zone? At this current stage, selling is still strong and the trend is also strong. So until we start seeing prices reversing from this zone, we have to hold on. Somehow price is basically today just moving in the mid direction itself. It's not moving in the it's not moving like extreme levels. Like normally it moves in the extreme zones, right? Overbought and oversold. It's not moving in that direction today. I'm going to remove this indicator and move my RSI here to just see where it is. So buying pressure is weak here in this current scenario. And on RSI also, I can see that the price is still having the capacity to further go down before it is going to take a complete reversal. So in the previous candle also, you can see there is a breakout structure that was pointed out. So breakout structure, whenever it is pointed out, means that the trend or whatever, the price movement is happening. So all this while price was moving in the downward direction, right? So it's stating that the price is continuing to go down. From here onwards, point of entry is possible. Guys, be ready if in case any of you wish to take a trade. Do deposit funds into your account and you can Somehow today seems like the price is not able to reach the exhaustion levels. It's just taking a U-turn from in between itself. So guys, I'm going to take small 5-10 minutes break here. Uh, if at this level you see that the price is the green candles are from forming the big body candles, and on the DMI buying pressure is strong, and basically you start seeing that big candles are forming, then that you can take a trade over there. But also we have to make sure that we check our 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart, again you see it's trying to retrace back from between, it still has capacity to go completely down and then come back. But yes, this is going to take a little time. But just in case you want to take a trade, then at this current scenario, although RSI is reversing from this zone 30 zone itself, we have to check our DMI too. If you see buying pressure is building up at this level, take a trade, otherwise ignore this move. That is what I can tell you, because this retracement is not going to give you the kind of profits you are looking for. So even if it touches the previous swing high that we're talking about, which is this, like for example, let's see how much of a move would that be from here till this level that you're talking about. That's going to be about 2.85% of move. And if I take a long position here, let me see, if I take a long position and I keep my targets until only previous high also, that's about a $3 sorry 1:3 position. You can take a trade because even there was a fair value gap that was created previously. So if in case you want to take a trade in this zone, assuming that the fair value gap is going to get tested here, you can keep the targets here and take a trade. But if, because currently the DMI is not supporting it, the buying pressure is not building at this level, you might as well ignore this particular move until you are 100% sure that yes, buying is totally building up at this level and you want to take a trade. Okay, I want to tell you guys all of that. Even check this on the bigger time frames. We checked it on 5 minutes. Let's see it on 1 hour. 1 hour also, selling is more strong than buying. Even in this, selling is more stronger than buying. So if I look at overall a market right now, looks like selling is more like pressured, like sell pressure is more than the buy pressure. Scalpers, people who have big monies and with very small moves you guys want to make trade, you can be with the 1:2, 1:3 ratio, even if it reaches till the previous swing high. But for small retail traders, you guys have to watch it out. Your taking position at this point in time can be a riskier affair for you, because if the move does not happen till 1:2 or 1:3 ratio that we're talking about, and it retraces further down, say from here only, from this level only, it starts again retracing back down, you might not be able to achieve your profit targets and your money might get stuck or your stop losses might get hit. Now, totally up to you guys. I will come back in 5 to 10 minutes break and then we'll talk much more about all of these, and we'll see what best and perfect entries we can get before we move ahead with further discussions. Okay. I think before I went for the break, um, I told you to look into 2 to 3 things that you're supposed to look into. So there's only half an hour left out for all of us. So price at this level is still not so strong, but I gave you all the possible outcomes of it. That under what circumstances you can take a trade or you don't want to take a trade. The price at this level, still I think selling pressure is continuing to build. So price is trying to go down. This is what I was telling you guys. Like when there is indecision or the buying pressure, when you see that the red candles are forming, don't just rush into trade the moment you see that a red candle is forming. What you also need to realize is if those red candles are forming, until when those red candles are going to form. Is it like going to go further down, 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 down? Until when? And then if it starts reversing from there and the buying pressure is building up from that level, then we have to take a trade. Not at the not when you immediately see that the like not immediately when you see that red candle is formed and then you rush and then you take a trade. No, that's not how it works. See, again, there's a fair value gap that got created. The price has further went down. Now, if it has gone down, it means that there are not enough buyers in the market that are able to pull up the market. So it's just, price is trying to go further down, trying to test the, lower zones. There are not enough buyers at those levels to be able to bring the price or, take the price up. So while we are streaming, while we are live, if at all I see that if there's any perfect entry that we are getting, I'll let you know, guys. And what's the perfect entry? I'll let you know, like what, which will for sure, give you profit in next few minutes, hours, or whatever. Like selling at this level is still strong, so no position still. We don't want to take a position when selling is strong. We want to take a position when buying is strong. People who are joining from within the application, you have the opportunity to basically enter into the giveaway which I have for you guys. So it's not just the lottery or it's not just the marketing campaigns or free trade that you're getting on the platform. You also stand the chance to win some free giveaways, which in which case like you need to basically enter into the live stream through the application and you also have to deposit funds while I'm live and take a live trade with me. Lucky winners, I'm going to pick up basis, different terms and conditions, and then I'm going to reward you with some nice gift. I'm not, I mean, it is subject to terms and conditions, so it all depends. And you know, you might be that lucky winner. So if in case you're entering into the live stream, make sure you click the deposit button, deposit funds, and start trading. So while we're watching what's happening with Ethereum, let's also have a look at Sui. Okay, Sui was able to reach some exhaustion levels here. I think while we were watching Ethereum, we missed out totally on this. Could have been a buying position, but because market is still moving in the downward direction, in that scenario, it's not a buy position for Sui as well. Doge also seems to have a downward momentum. It's not building up. So we don't buy during downward momentum. We sell during such momentums. While we discussed about so many buying opportunities, if we were able to find or not, uh, in this downward momentum or downward direction, all you could do is enter into short sell position along with the big traders out there or the smart traders out there. Market is still moving in the downward direction, so you say whatever I was trying to tell you guys regarding price moving further down. Good thing is that we did not take any position at this point in time. I think 2 to 3 things were there which were very crucial when we were taking this position. One was, of course, the moving averages that we were seeing, and other was obviously we were looking into um, the DMI, which clearly stated that selling pressure is more than the buying pressure. So that's the reason I was going on telling you guys to avoid taking trade because of various reasons. So you've seen yourself that price has come down after that. Very small things here and there, but matters way too much. So still selling is taking over the buying right now. Still no buying or selling position at the moment. So with that, guys, we are coming to an end of the session. I hope you guys were able to find some useful information today in the session and were able to take some successful trades. And if in case you want to reach out to me offline, I'm available in the community as well. And do hit like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as forward it to all the respective people who you think can make use of this. And also trade safely and invest only that much which you think you can afford to lose, because crypto markets are highly volatile and anything can happen in a day. So be careful while you trade and take all the successful trades possible. So I'll see you guys um, tomorrow. So hopefully you will be able to, we will be able to talk something else. I'll see if I can pick up a new topic. And if you have any personal requirement as to you want to talk something else, you can feel free to ask me. And I can talk about those topics and I can prepare well and come in advance. So yeah, I think that's all for the day, guys. Still at the current moment, scenario buying pressure is continuing to be on lower side as compared to the selling. So let's see what will happen. And after I go offline, maybe if you get trade, make sure you trade successfully and make me proud. Okay. So let's wind up for the day, guys. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow. This is Nida Prince signing off from Zbit, and we'll have some more nice days coming ahead. Let's begin. Take care. Bye bye.